The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
Entering the RowdCAST, an online radio show brought to you weekly by me, your host, Rowdy Radloff, coming straight from Toledo, Ohio, with our many cast of characters. I am live, I am uncensored, I am unfiltered, and I'm coming right to your ears, right to your brain, so listen up, because it's going to be a hell of a show.
Hello, you little creepy motherfuckers. How's it hanging? How are things going this evening? I am Rowdy Radloff. This is the RowdCAST. Welcome back for the, I believe this is like 60-something now. Yeah, I think it's almost like 64, 65, I don't even know. But you have returned. And I'm appreciating everybody's love that they're giving me. I mean, lately I've been getting, almost 30 people listening live every time I do this. Usually every week, Saturday or Sunday night. You know how it goes. But that means I'm having the same listeners listening to it. So that's very, very cool, man. Keep listening, keep sharing it. I appreciate it. All the love you guys give me. I'm still here. Just got back from seeing the new Star Wars tonight. Saw the Force Awakens, and it was pretty badass. I was, as a lifelong Star Wars fan, it was pretty intense, But I won't, no spoiler alerts. I won't ruin anything for you. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. It's good. A couple surprises, there's been too much shit. It's been in the works for so long that they're gonna make that movie that a lot of shit slipped out. So you kind of have some ideas of what the characters are and if there are any relations, because it being Star Wars, they all got to be connected or related somehow, That's how it usually goes. But it makes the story cooler and it makes it more epic. So I'm interested to see how the second one comes along. Supposedly they have 2-year time, a window to make that the new one, and we'll see what happens. But I do recommend, if you're a Star Wars fan, go see it. If not, I'm sorry, but you need to watch Star Wars, man. Star Wars is better than Star Trek. It's better than fucking Deep Space, whatever, Deep Space Nine or whatever the hell, Battlestar Galactica, whatever you watch. Star Wars is for me the number one, the sci-fi thing that really gets my sci-fi juices going, pumping. But J.J. Abrams, hats off to him, did a great job with the new Star Wars movie. The interesting fact, though, they're saying that the next one is going to be a different director. That they're going to use different directors for each Star Wars movie, so they'll each have a little different. That's what they did, I think, with the originals, maybe. I don't know if George Lucas directed each and every one of them. I'm not sure. Somebody could give me that fact. I'm not positive if he was the director of each of them. I know that he is the creator and wrote the story. But, yeah, it was a good night, man. Got to see that. In other news, as far as sporting, the MMA, last night on Fox, the lightweight title was up for grabs when Rafael Dos Anjos put his belt on the line against Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and which was, hyped. It was a hell of a matchup. Two hard-working dudes, both like to scrap, but both hit hard. Both are finishers. And the champ, Dos Anjos, came out, and I think he finished him in like 66 seconds or something like that. I mean, he just, a barrage of punches, just punished him, man. Real bad, real fast. Made Cowboy, and Cowboy's a good fighter, but just demolished him. He called out, once he got done, Conor McGregor, come get it. They're talking about Conor McGregor moving to 155 because he's having trouble making 145. He's a bigger guy, and just to make weight, I mean, he looks like a skeleton. He looks like he's a heroin addict at the weigh-ins when he comes in because he's so scrawny because he's lost so much weight that he's fighting so low, So they're saying he's going to give him a title shot at lightweight, so that would put him against Dos Anjos. So, but they also had Nate Diaz fight too, which I don't know if you follow the Diaz brothers. They're just crazy there. And, live on Fox, they let him talk on the post-fight conference or interview. And it's just so profanity laced. I think he said maybe 50 words, and they didn't bleep out 4 of them. I mean, he just fuck this, fuck that, fucking, and they put I think I put it up on the RowdCAST page. You can go look at it, but they have the unedited version that wasn't shown on Fox, and it's hilarious. He's a trip, The Diaz brothers are, and Nate Diaz is his brother to Nick Diaz, who is this fighter that was just busted for smoking pot. It's like his 3rd or 4th time getting busted smoking pot. So they banned him for 5 years. They gave him a 5-year suspension from mixed martial arts because he just keeps getting busted smoke pot. And they said they even have taken the test of the UFC now so that if you smoke, every once in a while and stuff like that, you would still probably be able to fight. But unless you're high, like the day of your weigh-ins and drug sample, you'll fail, and he keeps failing. So that means he's like high when he goes there to fight. So it shows you how crazy the Diaz brothers are. But always being talked about, being loud and getting people to, just like Conor McGregor, the louder they are, the more people that pay attention. So, Conor McGregor, still talk about Conor McGregor. Fucking, it's been 2 weeks, I think, since we've done a RowdCAST, but Conor McGregor knocking Jose Aldo out in 13 seconds. It's just been, that was just, I don't think anybody could have seen that coming. I don't know what to say about Conor McGregor. I'm not a fan, but he's a shit talker, and he backs it up. He's backing it up every step of the way, so it's hard not to give some kind of props to the guy. He may not have been in the sport that long, but what he's done in the short amount of time is pretty huge. But I'd also like to see him fight Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar is the main guy, I think, for that spot. So we'll see what happens. So it's interesting. It goes into a new year of the UFC, and a lot of interesting things can happen. So, Apocalypse. I'm on late. Yeah, originally when the RowdCAST started midnight was when I did it. And it was always weird and late at night. The first couple episodes, if you go back to the archive, you could see all that. But yeah, I used to do them at midnights, and I'd be up getting drunk or smoking dope and just speaking my mind to the creeps out there, listening to me, talk about crazy shit. But what's new? What's new, guys? What's going on? I just seen before I came on live here. CNN, I don't know exactly what's going on. It seems like some news is just breaking about it, but a car ran over 20 people on the Las Vegas Strip. It started some woman. It said it just started mowing people down, and people were trying to punch through the glass and get her out of his car, and she just kept running people over. So, I mean, details are still pretty sketchy of what's going on there, but it's breaking news on CNN. So, I don't know. We'll find out more about that in a little bit. Mr. White, welcome to the RowdCAST. But yeah, it's been a week since we did one of these things, so I had to come late, and I had the day off tomorrow. So we still keep the RowdCAST will still stay at the 8 or 9 o'clock range that we usually do on Saturday night. So don't think this is changing. But I do pop in. That's the thing about the RowdCAST. I can turn it on whenever I want. I can turn it off whenever I want. So stay tuned, for all the shit that I'm bringing to the table. But let's get into some of this shit, okay, guys? Let's get into some of this shit that I got here for us today. Let me find it. My first thing that I really want to talk about, my main subject or topic tonight is the fucking, if you've heard this shit that they're voting in New Orleans to take down these fucking statues of Robert E. Lee, these Civil War statues that they have had for, since the Civil War, for years and years and years they've stood. And these people are saying now that, they're offensive and that they're offended, that it's racist. And it's part of history, though. That's what we have to understand. Apocalypse just posted that link there. At CNN, car mows down over 30 pedestrians. Crazy. Never know what. It sounds sketchy, though. Something about that ain't right. It's not just, just accidentally plow into a couple people. So something weird there. But we'll find out more as we go along. We'll keep our eye on that one. But my thing is this fucking this politically correct shit, man. It's got to stop. It's this world is getting really fucking weird, getting really scary. We got they're saying they're gonna remove statues of the Civil War generals, of Southern Civil War generals. That people, it's part of our history. The Civil War is part of who we are as a nation. We went to war, the South and the North, over, taxes, over laws, over, ideology, pretty much. And that was fought all over this country. Lots of men died and gave their lives for, really just like I said, like a clash of fundamentals, man. It's just what was right and what was wrong. But to say that you're going to remove these statues, you're removing pieces of history. That's like, it's going to, it's not as bad, but it's almost the point of going to Gettysburg and then starts, we're going to take this old house out that they have here. We're going to take these statues down because, a couple of generals own some slaves and we just, it's offensive. And that's what we're hearing more and more. And it's getting really, really, really creepy. You have these kids in these fucking colleges that talk about all their rights and shit that they have, and you can't violate their rights, and they're blah, 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 blah. But these are the people that, they just see how much power they can get and then how far they can take it. Like, you talk about a power trip. That's what a power trip is. But they're using this sensitivity. They're sensitive. Oh, it's too sensitive. It hurts my feelings. Like, we're getting to people that, entertainers and comedians, people like us that are on here, doing this shit, being your guys' late night DJs and saying shit and personalities and shit, even though it's on speaker and it's smaller, you even sometimes have to watch what you say because it comes back to bite you in the ass. Or, your digital fingerprint and your real life kind of go hand in hand. And people are, you got to know what to say and what you can't say and when you can say it, when you can't. And that's why I'm a huge believer of freedom of speech and this whole internet thing and having this podcasting so we can speak out and we can say what we want to say when we want to say it. That's important. That you can't take that away, It's that's what the sweet thing about podcasting is, and then podcasting live. Because anything I say right now is live and it's coming to you right now. It's hitting you right now. Maybe a couple second delay, but it's pretty much right on where we're at. But you can't just start going through things and going through history books and going through statues and cemeteries and stuff and saying, oh, well, this is offensive to my grandfathers, my great-great-great-grandpappy, and then we got to take it down. It's got to go. The Dukes of Hazzard and that shit. Like, really? That's offensive? The Dukes of Hazzard, the fucking rebel flag on the car. It's it's more of an icon of pop culture, of our fucking nation. Just a show that people watched, that people loved. And you're going to taint that now, and what that nothing about that show is racist, Maybe it is, but it's still part of our culture. And you're gonna go back and start filtering our past and filtering our shows and censoring at an all another. It's ridiculous. None of it is offensive. We're letting these people. We're letting these people make the rules. We're letting these people, tell us what is right and what is wrong, how to raise your kids. Telling these kids that they can't, they're gonna go after Woodrow Wilson, Jefferson, Atlanta. Oh yeah, I agree. Definitely, they'll go over all of them because they're all tied to slavery and they all believe, George Washington. We'll hear it all. We'll fucking hear it all. But we don't hear? We don't hear fucking, I'm talking about Christopher Columbus and all the people that he raped and killed and murdered. You don't ever hear that. Mr. America. We got a whole fucking day. The banks, those fucking lazy banking motherfuckers, they don't even work on Christopher Columbus Day. They take the day off. The fuck is that bullshit? So for a dude that fucking murdered people and killed kids and women and raped them, and we have a day dedicated to them, people take the fucking day off and celebrate it. It's fucked up, man. But that's what we're living in. That's what we're living in. And this chick that fucking just mowed all these people down, maybe she's ISIS. Watch, something like that's gonna come out. She's connected to terrorism or some shit like that. And that's what she did. She couldn't get a gun because she's too crazy, so she got behind the wheel of a car and fucking drove it into a bunch of people. Speaking of fucking crazy. Oh, speaking of fucking crazy. The fucking weird thing. What the fuck was I just about to say? God damn it. Apocalypse, you got me. I'm reading your messages. You got me all fucking... You got me off of it. Damn it. What the fuck was it? Oh, man. I don't know. if you haven't seen this fucking link that I have on the RowdCAST page of the big old fat chick dancing in front of a fan in the ghetto in the hood, it's quite entertaining. I recommend looking at that. You may not want to watch it more than once, though. But you know, this other thing that I seen that was the fucking most baller ass thing that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know, Apocalypse, I don't know. This one thing, this guy fucking rents out an entire theater to watch Star Wars by himself. He bought all 87 tickets. And I think he spent like $1,800 to rent the theater for the night and just sit there and have a private screening by himself. I mean, that if I could do something like that, I would do it. Why not? If you got the money and you can fucking do it, hell yeah, fucking do that shit. But, back to talking about this fucking bullshit, though, and how fucking, censored things are, and how we're fucking being told this, and you can't do this, and you don't want to talk like that, and we said this is how you need to raise your kids. It goes back to like that whole, and I heard they're stopping it now, but this like standardized testing, my soon-to-be wife, I should say, she's a teacher, and she's telling me that they're stopping the standardized tests because all these teachers do, these lazy teachers, they just teach these tests. They just teach them the stuff to pass these tests these proficiency tests that they get at the end of each year to move on to the next grade. So they're not really going in depth with any of these subjects. They're just teaching for the test. So it's the education system is kind of broken right now when you're just teaching. You're not teaching for the right reasons, And I'm not saying all teachers out there are not, but I think the standardized, when they don't have that, when they don't have a boom, 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 you have to know this, you have to know that, you have to know this, because that's not how the real world is, And everybody's brains don't work the same way. We all think differently. So I really think that it's, I don't know, man. It's we all are wired differently, whether we believe it or not. The weirder, the better. Especially here at the RowdCAST, we love the weird. Send us the weird. I always talk about it on the show. I love the weird stories, the crazy stories. That's what we do. But I don't. There's nothing wrong with being weird. You should be weird. Everybody's different. But these fucking we see a lot of these, and I'm not saying attacking like transgender people. Third grade is what grade she teaches. Third grade. But my thing that is getting me in a lot of these people that they start using this sensitivity thing as like a grading thing, what they can get away with. They had this guy that I put something on the page not too long ago where he's in some transgender movement video where he's been a transgendered man or woman his whole life. He's a man, but he dresses up as a woman, and his wife, he's battled it and blah blah, and his wife told him he didn't stop being trans, he had to leave or whatever, so she kicked him out of his house, and which is, you could say that's kind of fucked up. I don't know. He had 2 kids, live a normal life. He just liked to dress up and act as a girl, liked to be a girl. So, blah blah blah. She kicks him out. Now he is pretending that he is a 6-year-old girl, and he wants to be treated as a 6-year-old girl. He just sits around eating fucking lollipops and chilling, but he's a 6-year-old girl, and he went from a woman to a 6-year-old girl. And people are, feeling for this guy. People are, sympathizing with him. And it's, no. This guy is fucking a nut job. He's crazy. He doesn't really think he's a 6-year-old fucking girl. He doesn't. He's using this. He's manipulating. He's just a weird dude. He wants attention. And he should probably be in a nut house somewhere, you know? Yeah, he needs mental help. He should be in a fucking silly jacket, man. I mean, that's not. But we let these people. Like I said, we sympathize with these people. We thought you thought that was a gag, that story. I don't think it is. Show me something on Snopes or something. I hope it is. I really do, because I tried to look and see, and I didn't find anything that gave it up as a gag. I was hoping, because at first I really thought it was a joke, and I had to watch it a couple times. I hope you're right, Mr. White. But there's people, even if that is or isn't, there's people just like that. They're exploiting the system. They're using this shit to their benefit. They're to make them more money. Seems very fucking crazy. But this is the world. Do you live in, Mr. White, are you living in 2015 that I'm living in? About to be 2016. We just made another Star Wars movie, bro. It's 2015. The world is fucking changing. We don't even give a fuck anymore. That's the thing, like Star Wars, like, you thought Star Wars was done? No, they're just going to make more. They're going to make 3 more, and then watch. After that, they'll make 3 more, and then they'll make 3 more. Because, money, okay? Anything they cash in. That's what, now we got movies with Batman. We're about to have a movie, Batman versus Superman. What the fuck? You're going to have Batman fighting Superman in a movie? The fuck's going on? This is real life. This is about to be 2016. We're going upward and onward, dude. And I say it all the time. You guys think I'm crazy, but the fucking machine revolution, dude. We're constructing our own demise. We're just like Elon Musk said. He said, you're summoning the demon. The messing with artificial intelligence is summoning the demon, and it's real. We always talk about evolution, and people don't believe in evolution. They say, if we evolved from monkeys, then we should still be evolving. Like, why aren't we evolving? What if in the last couple thousand years we haven't really evolved at all? So it doesn't make sense in your theory. No, we are evolving. We're evolving into something else. Just like monkeys, if you look at us and look at monkeys, we're similar, but we're different. It's really crazy. But I think that's what the next thing is a robot that actually thinks for itself, that has its own conscience and own soul. And that's why would you need a body when, like I said before, you can upgrade. Your fucking knee goes out, you get a new chip, you put it in your knee's good. Your fucking head falls off, you get another head, put your fucking head on, there's no such thing as cancer. Robots don't get cancer. Robots don't get AIDS. Robots don't get STDs. Their dicks don't fucking itch and fucking swell up. Think about this. Think about the possibilities. But I have nightmares about it, bro. That's fucking real. The Terminator was a fucking funny movie in the 80s. It's not so funny now, is it? We'll just hope Arnold gets back in time. That's all you can do, pretty much. Hope the fucking Arnold gets here and fucking, pulls the fucking trigger. Pretty much. Speaking of Arnold, we gotta give Arnold.
I'm just sitting in the fucking shitter listening to the RowdCAST. So take your iPods out, stick them up your ass, and put them on blast, because shit's about to get really fucking weird.
He's coming, though. He is. He's fucking... Right now, John Connor is fucking on his way. But we haven't even scraped the iceberg of what we're about to fucking see. And how real weird it's about to be. People are fucking robots and shit. And, I don't even want to think. It's it's about to get real cool, but it's going to get really weird. So, all I can say is buckle up, everybody. It's about to be a bumpy-ass fucking ride. Let's see if we can see anything else on this. Anything going on in Vegas. Oh, I know something else I wanted to talk about. The fucking Vice put out a list of the crybabies of the year in 2015. And it is a pretty solid list. But the best one, it looks like still the same thing as at least one person killed, 7 are in critical condition after driver just hits pedestrians. Doesn't say just hits, I added that. Hits pedestrians on the Las Vegas Strip. Been there 100 times too, right there on the Strip where they're at, close to Caesar's Palace. But that's pretty weird, Don't know exactly what's going on with that one. Anyways, this one that I want to fucking look at is this kid. This is one of the kids on the list of this crybabies of the 2015. He was drunk as fuck, and he wants some bacon jalapeno fucking mac and cheese, motherfucker. That's what he tells us. What it is this kid. His name is Luke Gaddy, and he's a 19-year-old kid, goes to the University of Connecticut, I think, and he was drunk as shit, and he was down in his dorms, like cafeteria, or a cafeteria somewhere on his campus, and he went in there hammering. He was drinking beer. He had a beer with him, and he was drinking the beer in line. So the manager seen him, went, kicked him out, told him he can't. They're not going to serve him. He was drinking in the cafeteria, which is against procedure or against fucking protocol, whatever their policy. So he said he couldn't serve him. So he starts ranting and raving and crying, and this goes on for a good 5, 6, probably 7 minutes of him fighting with him. He pushes the manager a couple times. He's shoving him, trying to get him to hit him or whatever. He just keeps pushing him, and eventually he pushes him again, kind of pushes him back into the wall. And some of the other cafeteria workers grab this kid and hold him down, and they hold him till the cops come, and the cops arrest him for fucking, I don't know if they get him for assault or just, nuisance, and I don't know what they hit him with some charges, but he, this kid is just a whining bitch, dude. Once he gets arrested, he's crying, and in front of everyone, they're all circled around him, and they gave him one of the crybabies of the year. And they showed, I looked up some research on him after it, and they said that his dad, they had pictures of, kids were taking pictures of him packing up. He moved. He had to leave the school because of it, because he was fucking so embarrassed. So I thought that was fucking hilarious, because I hate little bitches like that. Little rich kid thinks he's fucking, tough shit, and fucking he's going to be mouthy and get his way, and he ain't going to take no for an answer, and that's what you get. You get locked up and fucking put in jail, smacked down to the real world where the rest of us fucking live. They just, it came out, I think 2 days ago, that two things about good old heroin. In one, Ohio, where the RowdCAST is located. Ohio was number 2 in the nation for heroin overdose and opiates overdoses. And they just, as far as overdosing, opiate, mostly hydrocodone and Oxycontin and heroin are like nationally they're like sky high. There's more overdoses from opiates than there are fucking deaths from accidents, man. Yeah, it's finally went above that, dude. That is fucking a crazy statistic. That many people are fucking dying on dope fucking, that is just, I mean, I know lots and lots of people that have lost their life to it. So to me, it's not really a surprise, but it's that they're finally coming out and, acknowledging how bad it is, I guess. But yeah, we got Christmas. We're almost there to the Christmas time. It's about time to fucking, take all your money and pretty much light it on fire or hand it to people, because that's what you do for Christmas. You buy them gifts that most people don't even fucking use. Sometimes you get real good Christmas, or you get a bunch of good shit, but for the most part, it's nothing special, I guess, is what I would say. Oh, I got this fucking video too. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure it's been making around. This chick running down a hallway in a hotel and goes to do a fucking flip and then like a somersault and just smashes into the wall on her head. One more good one. We talked about him a few times on here. The farmer bro, they called him Martin Shkreli, I don't know, Shkreli. Same guy that fucking raised the price of the AIDS medicine 5,000%, and made a pill from like $3 to $370 a pill and shit like that. This fucking scumbag. And then he went and bought the fucking unreleased Wu-Tang album that they only put up at an auction. He is the one that went in and bought this unreleased album so he can be the only one to have it. So there's a lot of people that hate this motherfucker. He just got taken into FBI custody. I think it was maybe Wednesday, the 17th. And they're going to be arresting him for fucking, it looks like some kind of fraud and shit like that he did. Some lying and cheating, some shit. And, people are stupid. You get that blown up and you're still making idiot moves. Of course you're going to get busted sooner or later, But I kind of made a joke on him, I said, I don't think he's going to be able to listen to that new Wu-Tang shit. So he just kind of wasted his money on that. Because, I had another one where a little boy calling out to his mom after his house is hit by an airstrike in Syria, left dozens dead and more injured. It's a really, this world is fucked up. It really is. I mean, a lot of people would think there's not a better time to live than now. A lot of people are going to say that. And I agree. It's a safer time, maybe, than ever before. We're trying to be cautious about fucking what we eat, what we do, how we live. It's just, it's different. I feel that, they say we're safer than we ever have been, but I feel in some ways it's more dangerous than ever. It's the chance of you being caught in some of this violence or something are very, very fucking slim, but I still feel like there's always, no matter where you're at, there's always that possibility that something could happen. So you just have to be prepared. You have to always watch your fucking surroundings. Keep your eyes open. Because it's never too good to be true. It's never ever too good to be fucking true. We live and we die. That's all we do. People always say that you pay taxes too, but not everybody pays taxes. I always remind people of that. Some people don't. Some people live off the grid, fucking, and they ain't paying no motherfucking taxes. Know what I'm saying? Hello, Peggy. Welcome. But I got this fucking weird phone call the other night. They left me a voicemail, And I could swear it was fucking Hank Hill from, what that show called? Fucking, King of the Hill. Give me a second. We'll play this shit.
Listen, son. You guys were doing a renovation on my house, and y'all rigged everything for charcoal, and I'm only interested in propane and propane accessories, and it'd be really nice if y'all could just switch it around. I mean, I told you I'd pay for it, and I did, but there's no propane or any propane accessories. Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know. I had this voicemail, and I know it's from somebody that I know, but it was fucking geeked me out, man. It sounded fucking just like goddamn Hank Hill fucking calling me. And at first I took it like it was fucking serious. I thought it was somebody calling me and bitching about something. But you never know. Man, I'm so fucking excited, though. That fucking Star Wars was fucking bad to the bone. But, one thing is, I'm going to say, though, one thing I am going to say is I hear a lot of people out there right now saying it's the best. It's the best Star Wars ever made. And I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree. I still think Return of the Jedi is the best one ever made. But some people probably tell me I'm crazy. But I think that is by far, it's just everything about it, dude. Fucking, you don't know where Luke is. He just fucking wigs out and fucking comes at you fucking all hardcore. It fucking fucks up Jabba the Hutt's palace. Fucking, fucking comes in, kills the fucking giant thing in the pit. Like, he just really comes back as like so powerful, I guess. And that's why I don't know that one. And that one has Boba Fett the most, and Jabba's is weird. Something about that one that's the battle on Endor. It was something that's the best. In my mind, there's nothing beats that one. But this one is really good. The special effects were great. Sound was killer. It's definitely a movie you want to see in the theaters. You want that theater surround sound to rumble you a little bit when the jets come flying by your head. But lately, I've had a lot of guests with me. So tonight I wanted to come on and go solo and just do like I used to, come on late at night after I'd smoked a little stuff or drank a little beer. And this was what the RowdCAST is. It's what it always has been. But I love all the people that have been talking to me and wanting to get involved in this and that have been helping me out. You guys are fucking the shit, dude. All the RowdCAST regulars that I've had, you guys are the best. And I continue to ask you guys to keep coming on, and keep texting me, keep fucking sending me emails and telling me what you'd like about the show, what you don't like about the show, things that you want me to talk about. I love new topics to fucking talk about. But this one thing that I'm going to try to always hold tight on is that sensitivity thing, this speaker thing. We really have a gateway to fucking say what we want, and we can't let anybody change that, because things are going to start getting a lot tighter. Like I said, they're starting to take down history. They're taking pieces of history and getting rid of them. And that's when it becomes fucking freaky, man. Because they're just going to start erasing fucking bits and pieces that they don't like. And that's how it starts. Then they start erasing bits and pieces of their life that they don't like. Some kind of fucking crazy ass shit like Eraser or something. Another Arnold movie, if you're keeping track. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to try to enjoy it. Try to fucking, with all these, we're going to have droids pretty soon, just like Star Wars. That fucking roll around, your little personal servant thing that fucking sings to you and shit. You fucking feed it pizza. Something like that. Or like a gremlin. If you had your own personal gremlin that you could just fucking, you know, when you wanted to fuck shit up, you feed it after midnight. Isn't that what it was in Gremlins? You feed it after midnight and it fucking just goes ape shit and just like throw it in your neighbor's house or like in his backyard and it fucking tears shit up. That would be awesome. But really though, you know, machines are coming to take over, so we have to. That is our evolution. That's what's going to happen. There is no ifs, ands, buts about that. Do I have any Gremlin doll? Hell yeah. Any questions? Anybody have any questions out there that they want answered? They want some answers on the RowdCAST? Any of you little fucking troll fuckers out there? Let me rip this bowl real quick. See if we get any more updates on this crazy psychopath that ran a bunch of people over. They just keep hyping it up, though. They're like, driver mows down pedestrians. Like, it's all in the fucking wording. Cabbage Patch, we're the shit. The Cabbage Patch dolls were fucking creepy, though, looking, too. If any doll was ever, like, a real doll was gonna kill someone like Chucky, it would be a Cabbage Patch Kid. Definitely. I could see that. The ones I don't like are the ones with the porcelain faces. They got like the little tear on their face, and it's like, dude, like sometimes it's the way you walk by those ones, and you feel like that one just looked at me, or that one moved over there. And those are the ones that really creep me out. Fucking Stretch Armstrong. I do remember the Stretch Armstrong. Everybody had a fucking Stretch Armstrong. That was a shit. You could stretch his arms like fucking Charleston shoes, dude. Fucking spread them out. Mows down over 30 pedestrians. Holy shit. I don't even know how many points that would have been. I think she broke the game. That was terrible. I know. Hey, that's what you guys get. That's what you get this late at night. You know, that's what you get. The terrible things. I know somebody died. I know it's a tragedy. Shouldn't make fun of it. I know. But this is the RowdCAST. We do RowdCAST things around here. We do rowdy things. I'm trying to get some of the story here, people. I'm trying to fucking break you guys live fucking stories on the air. What you know is my fucking forte. Says as far as 11:50 Eastern, that was an hour ago, the driver is in custody and is undergoing various tests, including one for alcohol. So alcohol, he's probably drunk. And officials don't know yet whether it was an accident or intentional. Oh, okay, yeah. At least one dead and 7 are in critical condition. 37 total patients. It said over 30. Okay. Yeah, it did. But I don't even know about that. Craziness. Craziness. It's Shirley Temple. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. You're losing me. I'll tell you what, though. This weed's good. Very, very, very good. I'm calling it right now. This chick, she's going to say that she's did it for ISIS. I'm going to call right now. what do I call it? She was an ISIS warrior. Bet it. You heard it here first. I fucking said it. Because I'm the fucking king. Major accident. Yeah, it's a big story everywhere. Making fucking... You know, the Star Wars opened up 238 million. Bam. Fucking shattering fucking records. Numerous records, it says. Numerous. That means a lot. Means fucking a lot. There's something else that I had. What the fuck was it? Oh, there's one little thing we wanted to talk about. This viral video of this man. He owned some kind of shop. I don't know where this fucking was. Where was this? Iowa, somewhere in Iowa. He owned some kind of shop, and these two dudes every day would stand out by his fucking shop with these signs, say they're broke and hungry and need help and, you know, nowhere to go and blah blah. So he went and offered these kids jobs, you know, paying them minimum wage, whatever. And they both said no. They turned him down. And he offered them jobs multiple times, and they said no. And they still continue to stand there out, you know, in front of his shop saying they're broke and they need a job and they're hungry. And so he made a sign that said, I offered these two guys jobs. They said no, don't give them your money. And he stands there right next to him and holds that sign. And I think there's nothing wrong with that because he's exposing them. I mean, I think that's, you know, there's lots of people out there that they make more money than people that work minimum wage, hustling, standing on a fucking street corner at a fucking intersection. When I used to live in Atlanta, there was this one exit you'd get off of. It was at Peachtree and some shit, some Georgia ass shit. But they would stand there at the exit, and then the traffic was so bad it would be lined all the way up on the exit going onto the highway, and they would stand there, man, and they would make a killing every fucking morning. It was the same dude, and then at night, like they'd have like shifts. Different people would be there at different times, and people would give them money because they'd be sitting there sticking and give them change. These people would make a fucking killing, dude. It was like a full-time fucking job. It's amazing, man. But that's what you can do that. If you're smart enough to hustle, I guess, let them, if they can, you know, work the hustle and pull it off, then they can, you know. But there's people that they drive a fucking Ferrari and get out, act like they got a fucking limp and they're walking funny and act like they got their humpback and shit like that, and then you give them the money and they've watched them. They've caught them on camera. They go and they run, jump in a fucking Lamborghini and drive home. And that's just what they do. That's what they do for fun. They make extra money and they're fucking rich. They just do it to do it because they're sick. I'm sure they can. I'm sure there's all kinds of ways. There's just all kinds of different hustles people can do to get away with things and get one by and make a couple bucks. Make a couple quick bucks, man. We'll make a couple quick bucks. That's how we do it. You know? Gotta make some bucks, man. Everybody's gotta make a couple bucks. That's what this is fucking all about, man. The world is a fun place, but you got to be able to make money. You got to stay afloat. You got to keep scratching. You grab somebody next to you and hold them underneath the water, and as long as you keep your head afloat, right? That's what we do. That's how it goes. And it's been that way for a long time. But, I talk about the evolution and us evolving into something like robots and shit. Because this sensitivity shit that's going on and this political correctness that's not the answer. That's going the opposite way. So we keep doing that kind of shit. When the robots take over, they're going to kill us instantly. Instead of letting a few of us fucking survive in like a people zoo or something. They're going to just kill us all because they're going to be like they're idiots. They're really things that were fine, 10 years ago are not. It's not acceptable now. But you start rewriting history, like I said, and start taking monuments and markers and things from history, destroying them. That's like the Nazis, man. You erase the past and make your own. And there's still people that say the Holocaust didn't happen. There's lots of people that say that. I actually believe that. And you're fucking crazy. I'm sorry. You're fucking crazy. Shit happened, dude. That's fucking ultimate evil. That's what it fucking sounds like. And it's going to happen again. That won't be the last time we see that kind of shit happen. But all I can say is, fucking speak your mind. Fucking be loud. Be heard. Fucking just live your life and fucking use speaker, make podcasts, talk with cool people, fucking take care of each other. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Assholes get fucked up. Just remember that. So don't be an asshole. On that note, I'm out of here. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, everybody that was listening. Another fucking great one. Put it on the rack. I'll be back in about a week. Maybe a little